Hi everyone, Monisha here. In this video, I'll be completing the next exercise of sets chapter, that is exercise 1.3 completely. This is also again a easiest and very important exercise of this chapter. Let us start the session. Let us move on to the first question of exercise 1.3. So question 1 is, here we have to insert either the subset. This is the symbol of subset and this is the symbol of not a subset. Okay. So the question will be given in the blank space. We have to fill either a subset or not a subset according to the question. Okay. So what is the meaning of subset and not a subset? I will give you a small example. If let us take set A. So set A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let us take another set. Set B. Set B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So set A is 1, 2, 3, whereas set B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is the case, so this 1, 2, 3 also belongs to the set A1, 2, 3, right? So the 1, 2, 3 belongs to the B set also. In this case, we can write A is a subset of B. Okay, because all the elements of set A is in set B. Therefore, we can write this set A belongs to, or it's a subset of B. Okay, I will give you another example. Let us take set A. Here it will be 1, 2, 3 again. Whereas in set B, I will take a 4, 5, 6. Okay. So A is equal to 1, 2, 3, whereas B is equal to 4, 5, 6. The elements are not same. So the set A doesn't belongs to set B. So at this case, we have to write set A is not a subset of B. Okay. I hope you understood when you have to use subset and when you have to use not a subset. Okay. Moving on to the first question. Here, set A is 2, 3, 4. This is a blank space and set B is 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 also belongs to the next set. So this set is a subset of this because all the elements of this set belongs to the second set. Therefore, we have to write 2, 3, 4 is a subset of 1, 2, 3, 4 because all the elements 2, 3, 4 also belongs to the second set. In this case, we have to write it is a subset. Okay. Moving on to the second question. Here, the first set is A, B, C, whereas the second set is B, C, D. Here A is not included in the second set. So we have to write ABC is not a subset of the second set BCD because all the elements are not present. Only 2 elements are present in the second set. In this case, we should not write like that. If all the elements are present in the next set also, only at that case we have to write subset. Since one element is missing in the second set, we have to write it is not a subset. Okay. So moving on to the third question. The third question in the first set is X is a student of class 11th of your school. Okay. X is a student of class 11th of your school. Blank space. X is a student of your school. So in a school, they consist of all the students, right? So here in the first set, they have given particularly 11th class. Okay. So this 11th class students also belongs to a student in your whole school, right? So this student in a class of class 11th is a subset of student of your school. I hope you understood this. There are few more questions as there in this genre. Moving on to the fourth sub question. The fourth sub question is X is a circle in the plane space. X is a circle in the same plane with radius 1 unit. This is also a circle and this is also a circle. But the difference is X is a circle in a plane means this circle can be of any radius. It can be of 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, etc. But here specifically they have given, here the circle is of radius only 1 centimeter. Okay, 1 unit. So if this circle is more than 1 unit, then this circle can't be included in a circle of radius 1 unit. Okay, so we can conclude it as the circle in a plane doesn't belongs to, or it is not a subset of circle in the same plane with the radius 1 unit. Because circle in a plane means it can be a circle of any radius. It can be a bigger one than this. If it is a bigger one, it can't be a subset of a circle of radius 1 centimeter. Okay, in this case, we have to write it is not a subset. Next, moving on to the fifth question. X is a triangle in a plane and X is a rectangle in the plane. So this is of different shape and this is of different shape. Triangle to rectangle is not a subset. Clearly, we can write it as X is a triangle in a plane is not a subset of X is a rectangle in a plane. Okay. So next, moving on to the sixth question. X is an equilateral triangle in a plane. So what do you mean by equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle means all sides will be equal. In a triangle, if all sides are equal, for example, if all sides are 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, etc. So that is called as an equilateral triangle. Space, X is a triangle in the same plane. X is a triangle in the same plane means it can be a triangle of any size and any shape, where this triangle also includes an equilateral triangle. A triangle means it can be an equilateral triangle, it can be a scalene, it can be isosceles triangle, anything. So in this triangle, equilateral triangle also includes. Therefore, we can write it as equilateral triangle in a plane belongs to, okay, it's a subset of a triangle in the same plane. Okay. So moving on to the last question. X is an even natural number. Even natural number. Even natural number. Natural number starts from 1, 2, 3, etc. Where even means the numbers which are divisible by 2. So even natural numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. Space, X is an integer. So what is an integer? Integer includes negative numbers, 0 along with positive numbers. Okay. So whereas in the integers, these even natural numbers also include, right? Therefore, X is an even natural number is a subset of X is an integer. Okay. I hope you understood this. Please practice well. If you practice, you can get good marks in your board exam. Let us move on to the next question. Moving on to the second question of exercise 1.3. The second question is examine whether the following statements are true or false. Okay. So we have to mention whether the given statement is true or false. The first question is AB is not a subset of BCA. So in first set the elements are AB, whereas in second set BCA, where AB also included here. So AB and AB. Therefore AB is a subset of BCA, right? But since they have given not a subset, it is a false statement. Okay, because each element of AB is also an element of BCA. Okay, so moving on to the next question. AE is a subset of X is a vowel of English alphabet. We know that what is a vowel of English alphabet? A, E, I, O and U. So these are the vowels of English alphabet, right? So in A, E, I, O, U, AE element also belongs to this A, E, I, O, U elements, right? Vowels. Therefore, AE is a subset of vowels. Therefore, we can write it as true. Moving on to the third question. First set is 1, 2, 3. They have given it is a subset of 1, 3, 5. Here in the first set the element is 1, 2 and 3. But 2 doesn't belongs in the second set. Right? Therefore this statement is false. Since they have given subset, it is not a subset actually. Therefore we have to write it as false because 2 belongs to 1, 2, 3, the first set. But 2 doesn't belongs to the second set. Therefore it is not a subset. Next, moving on to the fourth question. Here element A is a subset of A, B, C. It's absolutely true because A element also belongs to set A, right? It also there in set A. In set A, whatever element is there, only one element A is there. It also in set B also. Therefore, it is true statement. Each element of first set is also in the second set also. We can write it as true. Moving on to the fifth question. Here a slight tricky question they have given. It is subset where it is belongs. Okay. A belongs to set A belongs to set B. It is a false statement. If they have given subset, then it is true because the element which are in first set is also there in the second set. So we can write it as subset, but we can't write it as belongs to. Why? Because in set A, this is the first set. In the first set, it has an element A. In the second set, it has an element ABC, where this is absolutely separate from each other. Okay. So if this is the case, we can't say this element, this cell element belongs to this set. It is just a subset, not belongs to the entire set. This element doesn't belongs to this entire set. Okay. This set is different set. This is set B and this is set A. So we can't say this set belongs to this set, second set. We can only say this first set is a subset of second set. Okay. So therefore the statement is false because here in first set A is an element which is a subset of second set. Okay. Which has elements A, B, C. So A doesn't belongs to the set B. One more question is there in that. So I will be continuing it. Moving on to the sixth sub question of question 2. Here the first set is X is an even natural number less than 6. Okay, even number and a natural number less than 6 it should be. So x is a even natural number with the less than 6 is 2 and 4, because 2 and 4 are the even numbers which are less than 6. The next set is x is a natural number which divides 36. So here x should be a natural number and that natural number should divide 36. So those numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36. So these are the natural numbers which divides 36. Okay. So 2 18s are, 3 12s are, 4 9s are, 6 6s are, 9 4s are, 12 3s are, 18 2s are and 36 1s are. So all these numbers divides 36. Where we can see this first set 2 4 is the first set which also the elements belongs to the second set. Therefore it is clearly a subset. If it is a subset, in the question they have already given it is a subset. Therefore the statement is true. Okay, I hope you understood this. This type of questions is very important and will appear for 1 marks for in your board exam. Let us move on to question 3. Moving on to the third question. So here one question has been given and pertaining to that a few sub questions also have been given. We have to say whether it is a correct statement or an incorrect statement. Okay, the question is here A is equal to, A is a set A. Okay, set A is equal to 1 2, inside this another flower bracket is there where 3 4 element is there, again 5. So which of the following statement are incorrect and why? Okay, in the first question, so one thing you have to keep it in mind, if they have given 2 flower brackets inside one and the other, okay, if one flower bracket, one pair of flower bracket is there and inside that set another pair of flower bracket is there, means this is considered as a separate set. Okay, so this is a separate set. So according to this you have to conclude all the statements. Here the first sub question is 3 4 is a subset of A. So 3 4 is a subset of A. So it is absolutely wrong. Why? Because this is a separate set. If this is a separate set, subset means this element also include in this area, not inside another subset. Okay, so this is a separate set and this is a separate set. If they have told you like if 3 4 is a subset of A contains elements only 1 2 and 5, whereas 3 4 belongs to A but not a subset of A. Okay, so this statement is incorrect because 3 4 belongs to this set. If you consider this set as X, then 3 4 belongs to this set but not to set A, not to set A. In set A we can write it as 1 2 X and 5 where X is equal to 3 4. Okay, therefore it is not a, this 3 4 is not a subset of A. So one more question like that, the second question. Here double flower bracket is given. You can notice in the question carefully, 3 4 inside the bracket and one more outer bracket they have given where this 3 4 belongs to A. This statement is correct because this X belongs to, this X is inside the set A, right? The X is inside the set A, therefore the X belongs to set A but not a subset of set A. Okay, so this statement is correct because 3 4 is an element of set A but it is not a subset of set A. Okay, so next question is see this one, 3 4 double bracket they have given, subset of A. This statement is correct. If they have given only 3 4 a subset of A, means it is completely wrong. Whereas 3 4 inside double bracket set A if they have given, then it is a subset of A because this is X. This is the value of X which 3 4 belongs to set A. Okay, but only 3 4 element is not a element of set A but the bracket is belongs to set A here. Okay, I hope you understood this. If they have given double bracket, then you can consider it as subset of set A. If they have given only single bracket, then it is not a subset of set A. Okay, this statement is correct because the double bracketed set A or the set X, okay, are the subsets of A because 3 4 belongs to X where X belongs to A, right? So 3 4 element belongs to X and X belongs to A. If this is the case, then this double bracketed element also belongs to A. Next question is 1 belongs to A. This is clearly a correct statement because 1 is an element under set A. So 1 belongs to A is a correct statement. Next is 1 is a subset of A. No, this is absolutely wrong because 1 is an element in set A. So 1 is an element in set A, but 1 is not a subset of set A. If we have to consider one element as subset, then it should be separately written. Like set B is equal to 1. If this is the case, then this B is a subset of set A. But here one element is inside the set A where we can't consider it as a subset. It is just an element of set A and not a subset. Okay. So few more questions are there. We will continue it. So moving on to the fourth sub question. The fourth one is 1 belongs to A. So this statement 1 belongs to A is correct because one element is in set A. So it is readily belongs to the set A itself. Next is 1 is a subset of A. The statement 1 is a subset of A is incorrect because if in a set if 1, 2, 3 or other elements are there, we can't say it as a subset of that set. We have to say it is an element of that set. So this statement is incorrect. Here a little bit tricky question is there. So 1, 2, 5 is a subset of A. So this statement is correct. How? Because each of the element 1, 2, 5 is in set A. Okay. But here 1, 2, 5 is a subset of A. This is incorrect. Why? Because if it is in the case of only one element, okay, only one element, if they ask you if it is belongs to, then it is correct. And if it is subset, it is wrong. But in the case of too many elements, what happens is, see, 1, 2, 5 belongs to A means it will belongs to A only if the set is in this fashion. That is 1, 2, inner bracket 3, 4, 5 and inner bracket 1, 2, 5. If this is the case, then we can say it as 1, 2, 5 belongs to A. If this is not the case, then we can say 1, 2, 5 is a subset of A and not belongs to A. But in the case of single element, we can say readily 1 belongs to A or 2 belongs to A or 5 belongs to A separately. But if in the case, if all the elements are taken in a single order, then we can't say it as a belongs to. Then we can say it as a subset. Okay. If single element is there, then subset is not a correct way of saying. We can say it as 1 belongs to. 2 or more elements, then we can say it is a subset and not belongs to. Okay. Then moving on to the 8th question. 1, 2, 3 is a subset of A. So this statement is incorrect because 3 is not in an element of A. So 3 doesn't belongs to A because 3 belongs to 3 is a separate one. Okay. So 3 belongs to X. So 3 doesn't belongs to A. Therefore, this statement is incorrect. Let us move on to the other question. Moving on to the 9th sub question. In 9th sub question, so this symbol signifies a null set. Null set because null set means it has nothing. Okay. So null set is an empty set. Like null set is an empty set. It has nothing. Okay. So null set belongs to set A. This statement is incorrect because null set is not an element in set A. Okay. So null set is always an empty set. So it doesn't belongs to some other set because set A means it can contain some element. Okay. But it doesn't have a null set inside it. So it doesn't belongs to set A. Next is null set is a subset of A. So this is correct because for every set in the either part there will be a null set. For each and every set, if you take B is equal to 3, 4, 5 or C is equal to Z, Y, Z, Z, Y, X, anything you can take, each and every set have a subset of a null set because null set is always there beside a set. Okay. So null set is a subset of A, but null set doesn't belongs to A. Okay. You have to keep it in mind carefully. For every set, even if you take B is equal to some elements, okay, C is equal to some element, for each and every element on the either set, a null set will always appear. So null set is always a subset of any set, but it doesn't belongs to that set. Okay, I hope you understood. And the last one is the null set with the bracket is a subset of A. So this statement is wrong. Null set is a subset of A, but this is not a subset of A. Why? Because this null set always belongs to the null set bracket itself. It belongs wholly, it belongs to that null set. But this bracketed null set doesn't belongs to a particular set. It always belongs to its own empty set itself. But a null set alone, it belongs to any other set. Okay, I hope you understood this. Don't get confused. So always a null set is a subset of A. Okay, null set is a subset of A. And null set with the bracket is not a subset of A. So these things you have to keep it in mind. I hope you understood. Moving on to the fourth question. Write down all the subsets of the following sets. The first question is set A. Okay, for the first set which has an element A. The subset of this set are null set and this set itself. Why? Because I have already told you for each and every set, one of the subset will be null set itself. Okay, so the subset of set A is null set and also that set A. Next, moving on to the second question. The second question is the set which consists of elements A and B. Okay, the subsets of the set A and B are, one is null set, one is set A, set B and AB. Okay, separately this A belongs to AB, this B belongs to AB and AB also belongs to AB itself, and again a null set will be common for all the set. These are the subsets of set AB. Next is set 1, 2, 3, the element which consists of 1, 2, 3. Here the subset of 1, 2, 3, again it is null set 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1 and all together 1, 2, 3. So these are the subsets of the set 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 separately. Next 1, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 1. Next all together 1, 2, 3 and a null set are all the subsets of set 1, 2, 3. Next fourth question is a null set. The only subset of this null set is null set itself and no other element. Okay, the subset of null set is null set. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the fifth question. Here we have to find out how many elements are there in P of A. So if this A is a null set, okay, we have to find out how many elements are there in P of A where A is a null set. So we know that if A is a set with m elements, we don't know how many elements are there. Therefore, just we can assume A is a set with m elements. Then n of A is equal to m. That is number of elements in set A is equal to n means number of elements in set A. Number of elements in set A is equal to m. Then the number of elements in probability of elements is equal to 2 to the power of m. So 2 to the power of m is the number of elements in probability of set A. But in the question they have given A is a null set. A is a null set means there is no element in that set. It is an empty set. Therefore, number of elements in set A is 0. Since it is a null set, it doesn't have any element in it. It is an empty set. Therefore, number of elements in set A is 0. If number of elements in set A is 0, the number of elements in probability of set A, which we have assumed it as 2 to the power of m, that is 2 to the power of 0. M is equal to 0. Number of elements are 0. So 2 to the power of 0 is also equal to 1. Therefore, as per the question, how many elements in P of A? P of A has only one element. I hope you understood this. So moving on to the sixth question. Here we have to write the question in the interval form. I will tell you what is the interval form. Here if we use this round bracket, the normal bracket, okay. If we use this bracket, then it is said to be not included. Okay. If you use this round brackets, then it is called as not included. Whereas if we use square bracket, it says it is included. Okay. So according to the bracket, we have to write this interval. So see the question carefully. Here this x is greater than minus 4. X is greater than minus 4, but it is not equal to minus 4. So this minus 4 is not included in x interval. Okay. And less than or equal to 6. Equal to. So 6 is included in x, but minus 4 is not included. So how we need to write the interval for this? I have told you. So this round bracket says it is not included, whereas the square bracket says it is included. Since minus 4 is not included, we have to use this bracket. Okay. And you have to write minus 4 because minus 4 is not included, comma 6. Write down 6 here, whereas 6 is included because 6 is less than or equal to is there. So inside this x, 6 is also included. So after 6, you have to write a square bracket. Understood? So this says minus 4 is not included in x because of this bracket and 6 is included because of this square bracket. So this is the way of writing the interval. Okay. You will understand even better by writing a few more problems here. The second question is x is to x belongs to R minus 12 less than x and less than minus 10. Okay. So here what happened? So x is less than minus 12 and less than minus 10. Here minus 10 is also not included. Minus 12 is also not included. Both are x is greater than minus 12 and less than minus 10. Okay. It is greater than minus 12. So minus 12 is not included. And less than minus 10. Again minus 10 is not included. If it is not included means what we have to write? We have to write the bracket, small bracket. Okay. The round brackets. So we have to write bracket minus 12, since minus 12 is not included, comma minus 10. Again minus 10 is also not included. Therefore we have to write this normal bracket on both sides. I hope you understood. So moving on to the third question. So third question they have given x is to x belongs to R. R is real number, whereas 0 less than or equal to x and less than 7. Okay. So this shows 0 is x is greater than or equal to. Okay. X is greater than or equal to 0. So 0 belongs here in the interval. If it belongs, we have to write square bracket and 0 belongs. Whereas x is less than 7. It is not 7. It is less than 7. So 7 is not included. So we have to write this common bracket. Okay. Next is fourth one. And the last question of question number 6. Fourth sub question is the last one. That is x is to x belongs to R real number. 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. So here x is greater than or equal to 3 and x is less than or equal to 4. Equal to means inside the x 3 also includes and 4 also includes. Since both include, we have to write this square bracket. Okay, square bracket 3 comma 4, again square bracket because both are equal to. I hope you understood this. If it is not included, you have to use this common bracket. If it is included, we have to write the square bracket. That's it. It is a simple one. Let us move on to the question number 7. So moving on to the 7th question. In the 6th question, they have given in the roster method where we in the set builder method, and we wrote in roster method. Okay, in the values form we have written. So in this method, in this question, they have given the numbers where we have to write it is in a set builder method. Okay, here again 2 small brackets has been given, minus 3 0. Small brackets means not included. You have to keep it in mind. It is not included. And if it is square bracket means it is included. Okay, according to this you have to write the set builder form of this numbers. Okay, so minus 3 comma 0. So in set builder form, how we have to write it is x is to x. Okay, so x is to x belongs to R. So x is to x belongs to R because x is belongs to real number, whereas this x is, if it is small bracket, then both the numbers not included in the x. Okay, so we can write it is x is greater than minus 3 and it is less than 0. Okay, greater than minus 3 and less than 0. This is the way of writing the set builder method of this number, this set. Okay, moving on to the second question. Second question is, this is square bracket 6 12. Again in the same form we have to write, but here the square bracket has been used. Square bracket means it is included. Okay, again x is to x belongs to R real number, whereas this x is greater than or equal to 6 and less than or equal to 12. If we have written equal to symbol, then it means it is included. If there is no equal to symbol means it is not included. Okay, so moving on to the third question. So third question is small bracket 6 comma 12 and a square bracket. Okay, so here in set builder method, x is to x belongs to R, whereas this x is greater than 6 but not equal to. Why? It is a small bracket. Small bracket means 6 is not included. So we should not write any equal to symbol. But here it is an included symbol. That is a square bracket is there. So 12 is included. So we can write it as less than or equal to 12. Okay. So x is greater than 6. So 6 is not included, and less than or equal to 12. So 12 is included. Okay. So moving on to the fourth question. Minus 23 comma 5. So this is included and this is not included. So in the set builder method, we have to write in the form x is to x belongs to r real number, whereas minus 23 belongs to, means it is less than or equal to x, but sorry, x is greater than or equal to minus 23 but less than 5, not equal to, because it is small bracket means it is 5 is not included but only minus 23 is included. So minus 23, x is greater than or equal to minus 23 but less than 5. So this is the way of writing the set in set builder method. Okay, the previous one is roster method, whereas it is set builder method. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the 8th question. In the 8th question, a statement will be given. We have to find out, or we have to write for which universal set this statement includes. Okay, universal set means a set which includes everything. So the first question is the set of right triangles. The question is set of right triangles. We have to use a name of a universal set which includes these right triangles. Okay, so for the set of right triangles, the universal set can be the set of triangles or the set of polygons. Okay, if we say is a set of triangles, in this set of triangles there will be set of right triangles also. Or if we say the set of polygons, polygons means the thing having shapes, triangle, rectangle, square, everything has a shape, and those things, the shapes are said to be polygons, and this right triangle also included in the polygon. So the universal set for this statement of right triangles is either it can be a set of triangles or it can be a set of polygons. Okay, these two are the universal set of triangles and set of polygons. So moving on to the second question, the set of isosceles triangle. So we know that there are different types of triangle. Scalene means all sides are unequal. Isosceles, two sides are equal. Right triangle, the angle is 90 degree, and equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. So these are different types of triangle. In that, a set of isosceles triangle belongs to which universal set? That is the question of them. So for the set of isosceles triangle, the universal set can be, the first one, either it can be a set of triangles. In a set of triangles, isosceles triangle also includes. Next one is again the set of polygons. I already told you in polygons, all the shapes get inside into the polygons. Okay, it can be rectangle, triangle, square, pentagon, octagon, everything comes under the polygon. So this isosceles triangle also included under the polygon. And next one is a set of two-dimensional figures. So two-dimensional figures also include this isosceles triangle. Okay, so the universal set is set of triangle, set of polygon, and set of two-dimensional figures. So these are the universal set. If they give any other question relating to that, we have to write the universal set for those statement. Okay, I hope you understood that. One more question is there, the 9th one. By that, this episode completes. Moving on to the last question of this session. Here, three sets has been given. Okay, A is equal to 1, 3, 5, B is equal to 2, 4, 6, and C is equal to 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So, 4 sub-questions are also be given. So, 4 sub-questions in which we have to find out out of these 4 sub-questions, so which sub-question is the universal set, so that all the elements of set A, B and C include in that universal set. Okay, so 4 questions, sub-questions has been given, and we have to find out of these 4 which is that universal set which includes all the elements in set ABC. Okay, so moving on to the first sub-question. The first sub-question is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the first set given. So here set A is a subset of this set because 1, 3, 5 is included in this set. And second 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6 of set B is also included in this set. But 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. This element 8 is not included in this set. So A is the subset of this set, B is the subset of this set, but C is not the subset of this set. Therefore, so this first set is not a universal set for all set A, B and C. Okay. So moving on to the second question. It is a null set. Null set means empty set. Here already in set A, B and C, elements are there. If elements are there, these are not the null set, right? So A is not a subset of null set, B is also not a subset of null set, C is also not a subset of null set. If not even a single set is not a subset of null set, then null set cannot be a universal set for all the sets A, B and C. Okay. So moving on to the third question. In the third question, the elements given in the set are from 0 to 10. All the elements have been given. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the third question. Here, set A consists of 1, 3, 5, which is included in this set 1, 3, 5. Second, set B is 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6 also included. 2, 4 and 6. In first set 1, 3, 5 also included. In the last set 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So the elements in all the set A, B, C are included in this set. So this third one is considered as the universal set because all the elements of set A, set B and set C are included in this set. Therefore, this set from 0 to 10 is considered as a universal set for the sets A, B and C. I hope you understood that. One more sub question is there. We have to calculate it. By that this episode completes. Okay, let us continue it. So moving on to the continuation of question 9. The fourth sub question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From 1 to 8 numbers are given. So here the set A is 1, 3, 5. So 1, 3, 5 is included in the given set A. And again the set B is 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6 is also included. So A is a subset of this given set. B is also the subset of the given set. In C, they have given from 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Whereas in the given set, 0 is not there. So C is not a subset of the given set. A, B is a subset but C is not a subset. So if this is the case, the set 1, 2, 3 up to 8 is not a universal set of sets A, B and C. So this was the last question of this session. I hope you understood all the problems clearly. If you have any suggestions, comments or doubts, please comment me in the comment section below. Monisha Pulikatra signing off.